Right. So let me first clarify, it's not my projection, it's actually the projection done by United Nations last year. So to me, in my opinion, the key challenges associated with this unprecedented pace of urbanization comes in twofold. The first one is really the government can find more ways to ramp up the good aspects of cities. The positive spillovers when people work closely with each other, when people learn from one another. Also, find ways to mitigate, ameliorate the downsides of cities. So we are talking about congestion, building of infrastructure to address housing shortages, pollution, fight crimes, the spread of contagious diseases, basically things that makes city living less desirable. So I think as economists, we can work with the government to try to evaluate the impacts of different public policies, implementation of new projects, and also how modern technologies can help bridge the gap between the current infrastructure provision and what is needed to address more people living in the cities in the coming years.
But wouldn't that put a lot of pressure on upcoming cities, new developing cities in high growth markets, in emerging markets especially, because if that migration happens from the rural areas to the urban areas, then a lot of these economies are dependent on the agri sector, and the contribution of the agri sector will actually recede. So it will just divide the contributions to the economy coming in from both those segments and make it perhaps more lopsided, like I said, adding to the pressure that one would derive from the urban cities.
Right. So I think the government should take a two-pronged approach. The first one is really, how do we use modern technologies to make cities more attractive, increase productivities? So in some of my own studies, I show that modern technologies can help to make workers more efficient by making them more specialized. This really goes back to the heart of modern economics, where it shows that, the greatest improvement in the productive powers of workers come from the power of division of labor. So we see this in Brazilian firms, that by using modern technologies, not only workers become more efficient in their workplaces, and this also allows them to become more specialized within their organizations. And that benefit not only the workers themselves, but also the economy as a whole. But the irony there is that by making cities more attractive, what it's going to do is it's going to attract even more people to migrate from rural areas to the urban areas. And you are absolutely right, that's going to add to the pressure for infrastructure. So I think in that regard, we can also speak to modern technologies to find some solutions there.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.